Oh my god, you won't believe what I've just found on eBay. I'm going to have to withdraw some petty cash and buy this.
Darren, this magnificent piece here is the last of the petty cash.
Slow down. Chew your food.
The last of the petty cash went down the drain for Twinkies and coffee and a busted chain. No more donuts, no more caffeine and rain, just saving the city.
Hello and welcome to the last of the petty cash. My name is Darren McQuade, the Magic Ghostbuster and Vigo the Cosplaythian. Now, slightly different episode today. I am going solo and this is going to be a very quick episode. So basically, Chris Carter, my partner in crime, is on the naughty list. He got told yesterday he has gone to the North Pole to sort Santa out. That's why he's not here. No, in all seriousness, it's Christmas time and we are just both mega busy. So for myself, I'm a professional magician, so I've just been work at different events, you know, and that sort of stuff. And Chris has just been work all over the country. You know, he's been driving so much, he should be a professional truck driver. So we've been planning to do another episode. Normally when we sit down and do episodes, we normally try and record a couple at a time, just so we sort of have one, an extra one just in case. And we just haven't had the time to do one. So we had a chat last night and we just thought, I will just do this one very quickly at home. Because obviously when we record, got to travel, meet up together, put backdrops up and sort lights out and all that sort of stuff. And then go home and edit it and all this sort of stuff. So yes, just easier to do it this way. So yes, it is just me. But if you want to follow me, you can find me on the Magic Ghostbuster on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, technically Twitter, or X, but I don't use it anymore, or Vigo the Cosplaythian, which is not very kid-friendly, I warn you, on Facebook and Instagram. Chris, you can find at Ghostbusters Spirit of 84, he's on Facebook, Instagram, I can't remember what else he's on, basically. But yes, so this is our Christmas episode. We actually had a lot we were going to talk about in this episode. The main one being, is Ghostbusters 2 a Christmas film? So let us know your thoughts on that in the comments. My opinion is it isn't. To me, a Christmas film is something you would really just watch at Christmas, and I'd watch Ghostbusters 2 all year. I don't think a 5-second scene of them in Christmas hats really makes it a Christmas film, personally. Other than that, there's not really any other Christmas references. It's more New Year than anything. But that's just my opinion, and it'd be boring if we all agreed on stuff. So if you disagree with me, obviously let us know. Obviously, if you do disagree with people, me or anyone else, just don't be a dick about it, essentially, or a peck about it, because we have different opinions. Just because I don't like a film doesn't mean it's bad. You can still like it, and vice versa. We have had a lot of stuff, Ghostbusters-wise, happen over the last couple of weeks. We had the HasLab Ecto 1 arrive, finally. In the UK, I don't know if anyone else in the UK is still waiting for one. Chris got his one, and I got my Ecto. So Chris bought one, he bought the deluxe. I bought two, and I got my standard one the same time as Chris got his deluxe, and I got my deluxe about 2 weeks later. But I know other people were waiting. There didn't really seem any logic into the way they were sending them out, because I actually ordered mine very late into the game, and because I hadn't decided whether I was ordering one or two, and so I ordered them very last minute, and I got my Ecto 1 pretty much the same time as most people got their first one. I thought I would have been quite late, you know, would have been fine with, wouldn't have bothered me really, but I know a lot of people in America are still waiting as well, which, you know, the UK normally gets screwed on these sort of things. We normally wait ages, so I'm going to take that as a bit of a positive for us. It's about time we got something before you guys over in America. So stop moaning, because you have no right. You normally get everything before us, or stuff that we don't even get. So yeah. But the Ecto itself, really good. I've done my own review unboxing videos on that on my YouTube. And me and Chris will be talking about this more in depth in the new year when we get together. But yeah, absolutely great product. There's a few minor issues. I know people have got issues with the stickers. My biggest issue is with the deluxe version and the GB2 figures, where they're just terrible, basically. Likenesses, the colour of the costume's completely wrong, which is a shame, because the other three figures, Lewis, Tully, Slimer and Library Ghost, are just brilliant figures. Some of the best Ghostbusters figures, in my opinion. But like I said, we'll go more in depth into that in the new year. And another thing we've got to go in depth about is the Mondo, Winston Zedmore and Sandman figure set. This was not due until February, and it just come out. So I got mine a couple of days ago. And oh, what an incredible figure set. Is the Mondo are just doing such a brilliant job with these. And again, we're going to go more into depth in this over the new year as well. But yeah, I just think they're just doing a brilliant job with these. Sandman, brilliant. I do have one tiny little issue with it, and he doesn't really hold his bag of dust very well, which is a shame. Other than that, he's perfect again. Now, why did it come early when the others come late? I actually speculate, and this is just my opinion, that maybe it was actually always due this time. It's just Mondo decided to just add in a couple of months onto the ETA because the other two had been delayed, whereas if we don't know it's been delayed, so if they had said it's coming out in December but it's delayed to Feb, we'd all moaned. Whereas if they were like, oh, let's change the date, so that way if it comes early we're like, yay. So that's my speculation on that. And then just a few days ago as well, we had the Yes Have Some streamathon, and wow, what an incredible amount of money they earned for that. I think it was just under $38,000 sorry, on the night, and I think it went up. Obviously there was signed posters. I wish I could have got one of those signed posters, just didn't have the money. I mean, was it $1,000 for the signed poster? And you know, you had Bill Murray on there. Yeah, and yeah, I just wish I could have got that. The coins, we've both bought coins, so that's something we'll be showing off in a future video as well. And Mondo did announce another figure, which was Lewis Tully and the Grundle, and then with Slimer with Proton Pack as well. So yes, lots to unpack in the new year. So really looking forward to sitting down with Chris and going in depth on all of that. Yeah, it's going to be good. So the other thing we were going to talk about was Christmas merch. So I'm not going to go too in depth with this, just because, again, you know, I've done three gigs today, so I'm a bit tired. So, but Christmas merch. There's been Christmas merch over the years. Hallmark is probably the best one for Christmas merch, where they've done those what they call keepsakes, which are like Christmas tree ornaments, essentially. And so one I got recently was Slimer. I think my favourite one is one they done of Stay Puft going up the building, which was really good, and the lights and the sounds on it really cool. One of my rarest items, what I consider one of the rarest Ghostbusters items, if you're not including props and stuff, is I've got a box of Ghostbusters 2 Christmas crackers. Or I've got the box, not the crackers. I've never found another one. I've spent years trying to find info on that. Never had any luck. So if you have Ghostbusters 2 Christmas crackers at home, be sure to message me immediately. Yeah, other Ghostbusters Christmas merch. Icon Heroes did a Reef badge a few years ago, which was really cool. And what's the name? Department 56 Christmas Village stuff. And I've been buying a few of those bits over the years. So they do Christmas villages, and they've done like Ghostbusters range. None of it looks Christmassy, other than the fact they added a chimney to the firehouse. But they're designed to put on your Christmas village, and some of it's really good. I just think the scale's a bit weird, because you have like Ecto-1, like, you know, just like 4 or 5 inches long. That's probably about 4 inches. And then, but then the figures are just way too tall. But whatever. Yeah, so yeah, it's quite a few bits of Ghostbusters merch out there for Christmas. Recently, I did watch the Real Ghostbusters Christmas episode, Xmas Marks a Spot, which is a really cool episode. If you're not familiar with it, go and check it out. I'm sure it's on YouTube. And it's where the Ghostbusters sort of they go through some sort of time warp without realising it, and end up busting the ghosts as they're trying to convert Scrooge. And then when they go back to the future, Christmas has been ruined, so they have to go and fix it. Really good episode, definitely check it out. But yeah, anyway, I've waffled on way too long already. So yes, that was a very short Christmas episode. Sorry, it couldn't be me and Chris on this one. It's just life gets in the way, essentially. You know, and once the New Year's here, we should be back to a better schedule, essentially. But yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the festive season. I'm just working pretty much flat out for the rest of it. Looking forward to Christmas Day itself, having a bit of a lay-in and hopefully getting some Ghostbusters stuff. So I think I've been on the good list. We'll have to wait and see. I hope you're all on the good list, and I hope you get loads of cool presents, and especially Ghostbusters ones. But anyway, we look forward to seeing you in the new year, and really appreciate everyone who has supported the Last of the Petty Cash podcast. If you're not already a subscriber of our YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share our podcasts, all that sort of stuff. It really, really helps. Anyway, thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. And as always, we are ready to believe you.
Drain for Twinkies and coffee and a busted chain. No more donuts, no more caffeine rain. Just saving the city and feeling the strain. Ray's got a plan, but it's held with tape. Egon's experiments always misbehave. Venkman's flirting, but it's all escape. While the bank account looks like a dried up lake. The last of the petty cash went down the drain for Twinkies and coffee and a busted chain. No more donuts, no more caffeine rain. Just saving the city and feeling the strain. Ray's got a plan, but it's held with tape. Egon's experiments always misbehave. Venkman's flirting, but it's all escape. While the bank account looks like a dried up lake. The last of the petty cash went down the drain for Twinkies and coffee and a busted chain. No more donuts, no more caffeine rain. Just saving the city and feeling the strain. Janine shouting, the budget's toast. Ghost traps buzzing, but we're broke the most. No time to worry when there's a haunting post. But who knew fighting ghosts cost a ton of dough? Take one last job and hope for luck. Cross the streams if we're really stuck. Maybe one big ghost could change our clock, but for now